Well, thank you very much. My name is Ibasi Patricia Tops. You're most welcome. Today we are very pleased to have the Women's Bloc representative here in Nairobi for the Tumaini Peace Talk. I will allow her to introduce herself.
Thank you so much. Good morning, dear listeners. My name is Nagomoro Bridget, a women representative from the South Sudan Women Bloc.
Well, thank you very much. It's a pleasure having you here. Maybe you could try to update us on what is the current stake taking place here on the Tumaini Peace Talk.
Thank you so much. I'm so pleased to update you on Tumaini Peace Talk process. And today, at least, I would say yesterday was when the business for the peace talk started. And I'm also pleased to tell you, at least the ground is beginning to get softened. So we are softening the ground for the discussion, and it's picking up on the ground from yesterday because we have come up with 5 agendas. Yesterday we discussed one, and today we shall move on to another one, God willing. And I see the participants from both parties are open-hearted in mind, and they're discussing in good faith. So this shows something good that we wish it to continue until we will soon come to an agreement. Thank you.
Okay, maybe you could try to tell us maybe among those agendas, maybe mentioning them.
We have 5 agendas. One, which was tackled yesterday, was the name. What do I mean by name? We started by saying the government is negotiating with the opposition and with other oppositions. Let me say SOMA and other oppositions. But they came together, and to me unity is strength, and they baptized themselves with a new name, which is United People Alliance, UPA. And that was the negotiation we had yesterday for 5 hours, trying to know who they are. Are they the same people? And also they want to know the government. You know, it is a coalition government, and they are also a coalition opposition. That's what I can say. But the discussion was good.
So the discussion was okay, and let's say, was the government, from the side of the government, were they agreeing to the new name, the UPA, and what are the mediators talking about this?
Both of them were explaining and asking, do we know who you are? Who is it that we are negotiating with? That is the government. To me, I believe a government cannot be led by tools, living beings, human beings, and the well-being of the people is what supports the government to move forward. Even the access, the common people should own it more than they do in order to support them as our leaders to move ahead. Anyway, I feel there's much to say about that according to my feelings.
Yes.
I'm sorry if I've said something which the government may not accept from me, but I speak as a common person who is a stakeholder here. And this is what we are doing. We say spade is spade.
Yeah.
That takes me to what you said, what do we say as women?
Yes.
And this is what I'm saying now, except we go to both sides and say, you people, this is not right. Yesterday I was sitting with the chairperson and we were arguing on this. He said, no, we need to do something. We are here to do something for the country. Let us forget ourselves. We have had enough of what we need. And we have all the resources. But what we want is peace for the common people. How long shall we keep them suffering and waiting for us to come to this? So we are doing what we could as women. And we, the 3 of us, 5 of us, we are trying our best.
Yes.
We don't fear this man. We are able to stand and say, like some days back, the whole of last week, the government were all men. Opposition, all men.
Yes, and I recall the mediator asked, why is it that all from the side of the government and from the side of the opposition, where are the women?
Yeah, I don't know when it was that, maybe the last week.
Yes.
But this week, we were able to stand and say, I would like to understand, is South Sudan a masculine country? I believe there are men and female in the country. So we need them here in between the two rows. Otherwise, for us as stakeholders, 3 women are there. And among the mediation, women are there.
Yes.
But the 2 rows. Quickly in the afternoon, government brought a lady. How you are so pleased. You are so happy.
Yes.
But the opposition is still, we are still on their,
Yes.
on their toes. Yeah, getting there.
Yes.
So we are trying our best. We are doing what we could.
Okay. And now maybe lastly is now for having had these agendas, how do you think the voices of the women will shape these agendas that are going to be discussed?
Okay, thank you so much. I mentioned one agenda and
Yes.
it took me with a lot of explanation.
Yes.
The second agenda is the relationship between our access and domain,
Yes.
which in bracket the reputation and the contradictions. Then the fourth one, or the last one is, the fourth one, responsibility sharing, and last is the implementation metric.
Yes.
Your question is how will the voices of women shape this?
Yes.
Yes, as we started yesterday, we were indoor and we listened carefully to both of them. And we would be doing the same thing, either indoor or outdoor. Because when you say somewhere, someone or some people are hardening the ground, we confront them physically, we go and meet them and speak the truth. So this is what we are here for. And actually in our hearts, we wouldn't like to say Tumaini has collapsed.
Yes.
Tumaini has failed. No. Tumaini is one of the instances that can bring back peace. We are not saying holistic peace, because tomorrow people will say you wanted Tumaini, but people are still fighting and this and that. It's a process. This is one of the processes to bring in peace. So we will put in our voices. We will go on to interact with them, and we will go on to emphasize the one agenda, which is peace, and peace for the people.
Thank you very much. Maybe if I've not mentioned anything, any message? Because now the South Sudanese, let's say the citizens of South Sudan, most of them are saying their hope is now only on Tumaini.
Exactly, and they're tired of waiting for this peace,
Yes.
and they're tired of waiting for this Tumaini. I feel it and understand it for you, my dear people. I'm also one of you. I'm one of the stakeholders. A woman always feels the pain for the people, unlike the men who think they put things more in their head. For us, we use the brain and the heart. So I would say don't be disheartened. Don't lose hope. I believe with the grace of God, we will have it, but it's a process. Time will come. Continue praying for Tumaini, continue having hope in Tumaini, continue asking the living God for the holistic peace in South Sudan, so that all the suffering at one point or the other, because suffering is something huge. It cannot just drastically come to an end. But in bits, maybe the first thing would be peace, so that the environment is conducive for all of us to work in, to live in, to do what is positive for yourself and others. So that's my encouragement to the viewers who are listening.
Thank you very much.
So much.